Hey guys, my name is Matthew and you're going to come on a day on the road with me. We're with Jim's Electrical. Let's get into it. Thing we did this morning. Oh yeah. We've got two jobs and one quote. We're going to Doncaster first.
Alright, okay.
And then we're going to Toorak for a quote.
Yeah.
An apartment complex, and then we're going to do a little job in Bayswater. So the first job is a downlight changeover from the old halogen globes to the downlights.
Yeah.
And then we have a quote for some PowerPoints and cameras and lights and things like that for a Toorak job.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do a ceiling fan in Bayswater, smoke alarms, switchboard, and a couple of outdoor PowerPoints.
Okay.
But I'll have to go past the wholesaler and...
We're getting like a good system where, like yesterday, for example, Matt will get to a job together, set up, and then I might, stay and do the job. Matt will go and do some quotes or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So your day normally starts 7 and...
Yeah, roughly around 7, depending on the customer's requirement. Sometimes the customers go to drop the kids off, sometimes the customers go to do all sorts of personal things, so we try and fit into their lifestyle best we can.
Yeah.
We would love to start at 6.
Start early. Oh, 6, okay.
We'd love to start. With a few jobs there, the customer's got to go to work, so we get there early.
Yeah.
And it just makes the day so much better. Yeah, sometimes we finish at 9, sometimes we finish at 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what.
First job should be about 2 hours, I reckon. Second job will be about an hour, and the last job will be about 3 hours. So we get a fair few referrals, but as you can understand, in the electrical industry, we go to the people's houses. We go to domestic homes.
Yeah.
So we don't. Like Jim's Mowing, fantastic franchise. Every 2 weeks you got to go there and do the same job.
Yeah.
So it's great repetitive work.
Right.
And the same customer.
Yeah.
There's only so many downlights I could put into a house. There's only so many PowerPoints I could put into a house. So we do have like a few air conditioning companies or kitchen companies that need our services. Every kitchen they do, but that's probably one a month.
Okay.
One job a month. And sometimes when the kitchen companies have their own electrician or something, or their own plumber, or even the customer could be an electrician or a plumber, they get them to obviously have their own people there. Look, we try our best to help them out as best we can and help their grandfathers and mothers, and when we walk into a house we want them to trust us.
Yeah.
So we want them to walk away with such high standards.
Yeah.
They give us onto all their friends and family. And as I said in the podcast, we're ahead of the pack in some ways, you could say, because our franchisor came from an advertising market.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he was like head honcho at Channel 9 for 10 years. So he was huge in the advertising game.
The apprenticeship goes for 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah, so I'm in my 4th year.
Oh, nearly there.
Nearly there, yeah.
Which is no schooling in the last year.
Yeah, so there's no schooling in the last year, so I haven't been at TAFE this year. So it's 3 years of TAFE each week, and then 1 year just on site. The most common way to do it is once a week, a full day a week, but you can do it in blocks as well. So so I had Wednesdays for 3 years. Every Wednesday I would be at TAFE at Box Hill.
And I've taught Nathan this too. Nathan's come from a solar background, and my last job I was installing air conditioners. I was a supervisor at a company, and every day we'd do at least 10 different houses, and you just learn. It's not even learn; it's just how I've been raised. You just respect the people. You respect their home. You respect their floors. You respect their walls.
Yeah.
If you make a mess, you clean it up. If you're just having a conversation with somebody, and I tell this at Open Daily. I say we actually care. We care about that person. We care about the job. We care about what that person walks away thinking, feeling. That's the difference between a lot of people that build these high rises. There's no fresh carpets. There's no fresh painted walls. It's all just a work site where people get dirty.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you want to leave a good impression on your customers too. And if you go in and maybe your work's great, but if you leave dirt everywhere and you've got piles of stuff on the bench or something, then you leave. Even if your electrical work's good, they'll remember the mess you've not left.
Yeah.
And you don't want to have that impression.
So the job we're going to now, is that a lead, coming from a lead, or?
This one's a little bit different. So we went out to a job in Doncaster.
Yeah.
From a lead, and then because they saw the sign writing on the van, they walked up and said, "Hey, do you have any spare time to have a look at this job?"
Yeah, no worries. I think 2 houses down. They just walked up.
Alright guys, we're at our first house here, and what we're doing here is they have the old halogen downlights. What we're going to be doing is putting a brand new plug-in DIY system, so you never have to call an electrician again. As you can see in this hallway, we're going to be changing this old halogen downlight. These are about 20 years old, and there's a reason why we change them. Number one, safety. These things heat up like you wouldn't believe. Also, the amount of light in here, you'll see the difference between now and when we do a new one. It's a completely different room. So the new ones, they have a tricolour. So you have the white, the natural white, and the warm white like this. So they like the white, which makes everything look completely different. Alright, so we have our Voltex 9-watt light here. As you can see on the back, we have a little button here that says cool white, natural white, and warm white. So that will change the colours of the actual light that comes out of here. Now this is the old one, old halogen globe. As you can see, if you're going to see here, it's already melted and burnt and cracked in here. So that's a big reason why we change these, because they're just unsafe. Dustin doing it. Now we're going to pull out the transformer. So these transformers are as old as me. And anybody wondering, I'm 35. So the circuit has been isolated and we have tested that it is off. This is the old school transformer. As you can see, it gets very dusty and dirty. This is only minor, but you can see there that it's been burnt at this end. All there has been burnt and melted. What we have here, they have cut the earth, the previous electrician, which is a big no-no. So earth is very, very important. That's the safety feature to the whole electrical system. So what I'm going to do, pull as much cable as I've got there, and we know it's dead, but always use your volt stick and test it. What we're going to do, I'm going to cut this clean. I'm going to strip it back, and I'm going to include that earth cable. And safety is number one in electrical for all homes. We're the people that get called out when it's too late. Oh, this is broken, or this is smoking, or we've had this, or someone's been zapped. So, highly recommend getting an electrician, a plumber, a gas fitter, whatever, coming in, inspecting all your services, making sure nothing can happen, nothing can go wrong. Right, now we have our plug base. We have this, as this sits in the roof, we have the other side. And so this is just like a normal power point. We do our connections on the back, and then we close it up with the backing here. And what that allows is for anybody to touch it, and it's all safe. So what we're going to set this one to is cool white. Every brand has their own little labels and names for them. This is cool white, so that's the whitest that you have. Pretty sure it fits, did it? Yep. Always give it a bit of a wipe. No fingerprints, no mess. I just said in the car, no matter what you do, no matter how good your job is, customers will always remember. Rightio, so what we've done is we've installed the new LED in the hallway, which is fantastic. It looks awesome. This one here is the old one. So if you look at the colour of this wall, You look at the colour of my face, you look at the colour of this wall, that's the difference we're going to see. So we go back here now, have a look at this. Now if you see here, the colour of this wall is white. You see the colour of me, I'm white. It really changes everything. So if you look at here, and you look down there, that looks to me old, dark, you know, this is new, modern and fresh. Beautiful. Beautiful, and that's one downlight done. 25 to go. Awesome. Very happy. Very happy. Very good outcome. No problems, no issues. Smooth sailing. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do our last job in Bayswater. We've got a ceiling fan to do, an outdoor power point to do, some smoke alarms to do, and some switchboard stuff. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump on to Trade Zone, which Trade Zone is fantastic. We're going to jump in. I've added the items into my cart. And then, so how I do this, I'll take you through this process, is I've got a very good relationship with Trade Zone. We're going to give Trade Zone a call. This is all online.
So you can pick up later.
Yeah, so I buy online and then we can just drive.
Hey, man, how are ya?
Very well, thanks yourself.
Yeah, good, mate, good.
That's good to hear. Always happy you are. Always happy. I love it.
That's it. Well, you know, it's a long weekend, so you can't be sad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well said. I just called on because I've got some stuff in my cart. If you could just have a look over it. I was going to come pick it up a bit later.
Not a worry, man. Let me see what I can do.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.
See you, mate. Bye. So, yeah, that's Braden from Trade Zone. So what he does now is he'll look at the cart and see if he can save us any money on any products. So what I like to do, and this is what I've done my whole life, so anybody looks after me, I look after them. So Braden, I know that he likes whiskey, so once a month, I'll go buy him a bottle of whiskey, you know, just to say thank you for helping me. Because this is my business and my money and, you know, everything like that. So today we'll probably go get him some donuts on the way through. That's how it is, you know. That's how you got to look after the people that look after you. Where am I now? I reckon I probably could get there. Let me try and get there for 11, which is 2 hours. Yeah, I reckon we could get there.
Okay, I'm sure it's not a major thing, but it's just it was working initially and now it's not, so I'd say the plug's just probably been dislodged. But
Yeah.
you do that, not me.
Yeah, no problems at all. Yeah, we'll try and get there for 11. If not, we'll have to rebook it for another time.
Okay, no worries. I'll wait to hear from you then, okay?
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thanks, Matthew.
No worries. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cool, so we've got our text message now. We'll refresh it. Cool, so he saved a little bit of money on our smoke alarms and things like that. So what we're doing now is we go to our cart, view cart, and everything we have is just here. With the checkout button. Over here you go pick up from Melbourne Trade Centre, which is in Scoresby. And I like to book it for straight away, so then they can pick it, and as soon as we're ready to go, it'll be sitting there on the shelf waiting for us. That one.
Yeah.
So we'll put the card details in. Very private, that part. So we're done. We're going to finalise the order. Sending through. So done. So your order has been received. Thank you for your purchase. In about 3 seconds, I get an email from Trade Zone saying it's confirmed. There it is. That's my invoice. So straight away, I open up my invoice. And what I do is I send it to my Xero account, which that keeps everything above board. I send that through. So any bills, any receipts, anything, that's gone through now. So now that's all gone through. And now we'll go to a couple more jobs. We'll go past Trade Zone, pick up what we need to, and then go to our last job.
Hi, Matt.
Hi there. I'm just letting you know I'm about 10 minutes away, if that's okay.
Oh, that's fabulous. Thank you very much.
We'll see you very shortly.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, so we're going to a job that we did Tuesday. So one of the lights that we installed had stopped working. Now me personally, I think if you do something, it's not about if something goes wrong, it's about how you fix it. So we're going to put her into the system. We're going to get there as soon as we can to make sure the light's working and everything's safe. Nice. Cool. So we have just got to our job, and this is the job where we did some downlights on Tuesday, and what we want to be doing is to make sure it's working properly. So she's called us and said that one's not working. Yeah. So we're just going to go in, make sure it's safe, and there you go.
5 minutes later.
Cool. So the lady had some insulation installed yesterday, and when they were in there, they've obviously knocked it, removed it, or broken it or something. So it just unplugged itself. So we just plugged it back in. Didn't charge or anything for today. We're literally driving through. She's happy. And she's put our name forward to the 3 front units to do the exact same thing.
Nice.
So it does pay to do nice things.
We're going to
Turak now. So in Turak, we did a sensor light. We replaced the sensor. And the customer has called saying he wants a few other quotes for some things. And he's also saying the sensor's not doing the right thing or something. So I'm not too sure, but we're going to go and have a good test and just check out the situation.
Yeah, cool.
Usually 9 times out of 9, when a customer calls and explains something, there's always something different on the other end. So we like to do our best to get out the job site and make sure we can give them an accurate assessment of the situation.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. I'm just letting you know about half an hour away, if that's okay.
Okay. Okay. Alright. That's good.
No problem. I'll see you in about 30 minutes.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. We can probably do our invoice.
Yeah, cool.
I think it's got 20 minutes, so yeah. $45 each plus GST. Yep.
I got supply and upgrade 23 times existing 90mm old style halogen downlights with new 90mm Voltex LED downlights.
Yep.
New downlights come with a 7-year warranty.
Yep. Beautiful.
And what was it, 45? Sorry.
45 plus.
Yeah, 23 quantities. 23.
Done.
Cool, plus GST.
Yep.
Good send or an add else?
How good.
So
these lights have 7 years warranty, but if they've got any problem, they'll call you and you go forget it.
Yeah. And then Voltex pay me.
Voltex
will pay me to go out
right.
and look at it. So I send the product back to Voltex.
Yeah.
And they'll send me a free one.
Yeah.
And then they'll pay me $95 an hour plus GST to go and fix it. So
Okay, that's good.
very good.
That's good deal.
It's very, very good. That's why we use them, because they're trusted. They're very well known.
Yeah.
Their prices are very good.
Yeah.
They give out lots of deals. So like, if we spend more than $500, they'll give us a free jumper or a free jacket or a free something, you know.
Yeah.
And then around Christmas time, they give out like presents, and you know, they're always doing offers and deals. Always. It's really one of the only companies that really look after us.
Yeah.
It's a like Trade Zone. Trade Zone look after us very, very well.
and the Voltex quality is really good, which is, I guess, why they back their own product enough to offer the 7-year warranty, and if something does go wrong, they pay you to go out.
Yeah.
Fix it. These lights too.
Yep.
With, you know that photo sensor?
Yep.
That one doesn't work.
Yep.
What it was new. The caretaker tried to change the bulb.
Yep.
Instead of flick it on, then off, then
Yep.
his theory is insert.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Easy. Get our safety glasses on, David. Alright, so what we're doing here, I believe that the bulb is not screwing into this light correctly. So we're just going to turn it on and do a bit of testing. Yep. $500 I reckon. Yep.
What it actually was.
Yeah.
Way of doing it.
We did a sensor there for the garage in the common area about a month ago, and the customer called up and said that they're having troubles with their stairwell lights. And I said, okay, so we went back and had a look at it and tested it. It seems to be that the old sensor in the stairwell controls the lights in the garage and the stairwell, and that one's also faulty. So what we have to do is replace that one and then go back and make it all happy and safe. We did a few tests, so that's definitely concluded the outcome there. Yeah, so then they want to put Wi-Fi cameras everywhere with a battery backup or something along those lines, where they don't require. No, it requires Ethernet. That's right. So it requires from Ethernet. So what you do is you plug in your camera to a Wi-Fi booster, and then from that Wi-Fi booster you run an Ethernet cable to your camera, and that Ethernet cable has the 24 volts that is needed to power the camera. So no actual power is there. So what we're going to be doing is putting a power point in each common area, which we need to send a quote through for that. So the customer's happy. We've got some outdoor lights to do there. So yeah, that's about it. I give myself a full day on that one.
Yeah.
I give myself what I do is I'd book a full day, but then I'd put a quote either before it or after it.
Yeah.
So we just stop in and help out with a quote.
Cool.
That's about it, yeah. So now we're going to Trade Zone. We're going to go pick up the order that we just did this morning.
Yeah.
Pick up that, then we're going to head to Bayswater to finish off for just to do a job there. Should be nice and simple. Alright guys, we've just got the Trade Zone. What we're going to do, go through a simple little pickup here. We've done our order this morning, as you've seen. What we're going to do is go in, grab our stuff, and we'll meet a few of the staff. Hello. Meanwhile, electrical. Meanwhile, is Braden in? No.
B14.
B14, easy. Done. We'll go get our stuff. B14. Yep, that's it. Famous. We'll go come down here to B14. As we've pre-ordered everything we did this morning, it's all here. No mucking around. Our invoice. And that's it, that's Trade Zone, quick and easy. Next we're going to head off to Bayswater. We might go a bite to eat on the way through. We're going to head off to Bayswater, we're going to install the fan we've just got, a couple of power points and smoke alarms, and just bring that house up to the regulations and safety. Very important, you're going to hear me say that so many times, you're going to be sick of me saying it, but safety is number one. Alright guys, so we are at Bayswater. We've got a fair bit to do here. What the lady wants is, I'm going to put a double power point over here for all the fridge and everything like that. As you can see, they've got a power cord running from another power point past the wet area, which is a big no-no. Also, we're going to be doing here, changing this to a fan with a light in it. So that way what we do is replace, basically throw that in the bin and put all that in. On this side over here, I'm going to be installing a TV bracket. We're going to have a cable coming in for the antenna and a cable coming in to power the TV, which would be perfect. And in here, we've got old outdated smoke alarms. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting in a hardwired smoke alarm with a 10-year lithium-ion battery built in. So the best thing about that is you do not have to change the battery every 12 months. For the next 10 years, you do not have to touch your smoke alarm. And then we're going to just do a little bit of work on the switchboard. Then we're good to go. Start everything up. So we're done here. We're going to be putting a power point out here. Easy situation we have here. There's a power point inside. I'm just going to drill a little pilot hole, small one through the brick so we don't blow out the bricks. Then we're going to drill a bigger hole to get the cable through and just do a back-to-back power point. Nice and simple, nice and quick and nice and easy. And that's the way we like it. Go towards the so what we've done there is we've got our thin and long one to go through the brick, because if you use a big one, a big gauge diameter, what happens is the bricks will blow out and you'll have to have a big problem. So what we'll do now, grab our larger one so the cable can fit through. What we do is to drill backwards this way, so any brick that blows out at all, it's all on the inside and you can't see any damage. That's it, we're done with that one. This one will have the remote. Talk to this plug and play system. It's very safe to the customer. No real live exposed parts. We try and clean everything we can. Rightio, so what we're going to do here, so the old fan was on a fan mech, so what we're going to do, we've got to put on a normal switch. So in that way, the light in the light position, we just use the switch on and off, and everything will be just like a normal light. And when you want to use the fan, you control it by the remote. This is the back of the switch. What we have is the old fan mech, and this controls high, low, and medium. So what we're going to do is remove this and just have a normal switch in this position. One thing I just wanted to show you, me personally, these neutrals sitting here, what I like to do is take them out and far away, and then I'll put a connector on it. That just shows much more safety, purely because when the black one and the red one touch each other, we have a big bang. So I like to keep the black one and the red one far away from each other, so we have no possible chance of any faults happening or problems or fires or anything like that. What I like to do also is label all the cables so we know exactly what does what. People like to nick it like this, you see little nicks. I don't like doing that. Personally, I like to label it because nicks mean something different to every person. What we want to future-proof everything so we never have to come back, we never have to fix it, and the customer's always happy. I'm going to pop this out. Oh, she's tight. Here we go. So I've got a mech from the van, and this one is labelled fan. So no matter what, you always know what you're going to be switching on and off. As you can see, we've got our earth far away from all the reds, we've got our neutral far away from all the actives. So we want to make sure it's all safe and sound. We want to keep all three cables very far away from each other, just in case. So we're going to push this back into the wall. And Beautifully done. What we'll do now is we'll turn on the power, we'll just the lighting circuit, and we'll give our fan a test. Okay, so we're up to the smoke alarms. These smoke alarms are a little bit different than the usual ones, the stock standard ones. These are a little bit more expensive. So these ones here, they have a 10-year lithium-ion battery built in, which means they're maintenance free. So you do not have to change the batteries, you do not have to do anything. Once it's in, if it makes a funny noise, it beeps, anything like that, we warrant these for 10 years, as it says right here. That little symbol there means we warrant this for 10 years. Me personally, if something goes wrong, I'll be out within the day to fix it. For free. So, not many people know this, but as you can see the colour of this smoke alarm, and I want everyone to really pay attention to the colour, because this smoke alarm here would have been white when it first went in. So that just tells you the age of the smoke alarm. As you can see, I'll take the cover off this one. And you can see that this one stage, this was white, this would have been the colour of this. That's a huge difference. So that just tells you the tannins in the plastics are obviously aged. So as you can see, here, you want to have a look at here, right here, you have replace smoke alarm by year 2016. So this alarm here was actually expired in 2016 and installed in year 2006. Take the battery out always. The power is off. I know that for sure, but as always, we triple check before we touch anything to do with cables and live power. Beautiful. This is telling us that it's completely dead. Good way to test your volt stick. Static electricity. Make sure the volt stick's working good. Now that little noise there you heard, so that's when the power is not connected to the smoke alarm and the battery's not connected. So there's a little capacitor in there, it gives you a little chirp, that's just indicating something's wrong. So if you hear that chirp in your house, there is something wrong with your smoke alarm, and I highly recommend you get someone to check it out. So whoever installed this one didn't do a very good job at their connections. Hear that? Losing all its power. That sound there doesn't mean anything's wrong, it just means that it's losing all its power. So I'm going to re-strip these, so I'm not happy with how they've done it themselves, the last electrician, or the home job, which we get a lot of. What we've got here, we've got some nice fresh connections. And that way we know that my termination will be safe for many years to come. Until someone needs to look at this in 10 years. Every 10 years you need to replace that smoke alarm. I know I say it a lot, but it is very, very important. So now on our new smoke alarm, if you have a look here, we're going to put today's date, which is 26th. So we're going to write today's installation date, the 26th, with an I-24. Beautiful. And then in the bottom of this one it says replace detector after 10 years of service. The battery is not replaceable. So the battery is built into here, and what we have to do now is put it in the on position. So that has a very small battery, that trickle charges outside this. So we will connect this up now. Another great thing I love about the red smoke alarms is they have a big base on them. So no matter if you're replacing, installing anything, you see this paint rim here, you're always going to cover it. The last thing you want to do is install a smoke alarm and have a big black mark around it, or a bright purple that the previous customer, previous owner of the house has had. Another great thing about the red smoke alarms is they come with wall dogs. So these screws are plaster screws. You want to come up close and have a look at them. You can see nice and thick, big threadings. They hold on very, very well. So no need for those plaster mates, or to make sure we're all covered around our edges. Don't want to see any paint lines. There's the button. We're all done. Do the clean up, tidy up. Move on to the next one. Rightio, so we've done all the jobs throughout the house, and now we're going to finish up in the switchboard. So what we're going to be doing is removing any circuit breakers not on safety switches. We're going to add safety switches to them, and also any RCD and circuit breaker combination. We're going to minimise that, because as you can see, the switchboard is completely full. So we're going to minimise everything, and they're going to add a few extra things along the way. So it's the best way to make things safe and a bit of a space saver as well. Let's get into it. So we have opened up the switchboard, we're taking the cover off, and it is a dog's breakfast. It is problem after problem. You see at the bottom of this main switch, I don't even want to put my fingers near it, there is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, there's 12 cables shoved into a tiny little terminal. Definitely not the right way to do it, definitely unsafe. And you can see there's just cables everywhere. So what we want to do, what I'm going to offer the customer is, at a discounted rate, what we're going to do is replace a fair few of these and do it a much safer way, which is, I'm shocked that an electrician could leave it like this. Yeah, not very good. Rightio, so we've got the customer back out and we've looked into this, and the goodness of my heart, I've given a very large discount to get this up to regulations and safety. So it has been installed okay, but what's happened is it would have been this big, and then somebody would have added this one, added this one, added this one, and every time somebody adds something, it's a different electrician, it's a different company, it's a different time. So even though it looks okay, there's cables fraying out everywhere, a few cables in there were melted. So what I've done, as I said, given them a discounted rate, and we'll come back one day next week and make sure it's 100% safe. But we'll do some videos and some photos before and afters and explain why we do it and why it is so unsafe. Alright guys, so we have done for the day. It's now 5 o'clock. Customer's very happy. I'm actually impressed how much we got done. Yeah, so as I said, switchboard we're going to come back and do. It's a little bit more work than we thought. Fan, TVs, power, smoke alarms, switches. It's been a very good job, this one. So yeah, let's see you on the next one.